The APA citation style is one of the most commonly used citation styles in the social sciences. It is used to give authors or creators of works credit for their production in order to avoid plagiarism. It is useful because it allows the reader to locate the sources and information you have cited. It can strengthen your work by lending outside support to your arguments. To begin citing a creator for their work, you need to utilize in-text citations. These are references towards the author and source of your work inside the body of your work that let the reader know the source of your information. To cite a source inside of the body of your research, begin by stating the last name of the author and the year of the publication at an appropriate point in your text. If this is a direct quotation, be sure to include the page numbers as well. If the work has no author, use the first words of the work's title. Make sure you are quoting at an appropriate point so that it is clear what information is being quoted or paraphrased. Here's an example of an in-text citation for a work by a single author. Notice that the author and the year of the publication being paraphrased are being cited. When a work has multiple authors, quote them all, or if there are more than 5 authors, quote the first and add et al., while also including the year of publication. If a work has been developed by an institution, such as an association, corporation, or government agency, you can quote the institution rather than the author. As mentioned earlier, when directly quoting an author, be sure to include the page numbers of the content being sourced. If the in-text citation is the beginning of a proper citation, then it ends with a reference list. This list should fully cite all of your sources at the end of your research in order to allow readers to locate your sources. This list should be arranged in alphabetical order by author. If there is no author, place it in the list alphabetically according to its title. Write out the last names of all the authors using an ampersand for listing multiple authors. After the 6th author's name, use an ellipses in place of the author's name. Then provide the final author's name. Capitalize only the first word of a title or subtitle of a work. Use a hanging indent as your format. This involves indenting every line but the first for each reference. Italicize the titles of books and journals. Maintain the punctuation and capitalization that is used by the journal and its title. If citing a chapter, article, or essay from an edited book, include the page numbers from the edition you referenced. For online sources, follow the same general guidelines as print sources. Because the URL of online sources can change, the APA recommends utilizing the Digital Object Identifier, or DOI, as opposed to the URL. If there is no DOI available, include the home page of the journal or database. If the work is not dated, be sure to include the date you retrieved the information. Here is an example of a journal article that has been accessed online. Note the hanging indentation formatting, as well as the use of the DOI. This is an example of an internet-only journal, which lacks page numbers to cite due to its nature as a web resource. It still needs to be identified by issue, author, and title. Once again, if there is no DOI available, simply include the home page of the source of the article. This example of a reference for a book displays the author, year of publication, the title and edition, the place of publishing, and the name of the publisher. For citing a specific article, chapter, or essay from a work, be sure to include the page numbers from the edition you sourced. Government documents or reports should include a report number where available. Your reference can also contain a URL like this example citation for the National Association of Social Workers Annual Report. For more information and examples, visit the online writing lab at OWL Purdue, as well as the publication manual for the APA Style 6th edition. As always, you can ask a librarian at lib.fsu.edu.